So one article has reached over 1 million views on social media. Is a piece entitled "Something's Not Right Here, Folks." It compares reactions to the coronavirus with the H1N1 outbreak in the United States 11 years ago. Its author, Mario Cavollo, is an Italian-American writer, artist, speaker and communications advisor who's been in China for 20 years. And now he joins us via Skype. Thank you very much for joining us, Mario. So tell us, what prompted you to write this article?
Thank you, Don Peng. The word has to be frustration. And that frustration is apparently something that was on the minds of a lot of people, because the article, surprisingly, really struck a chord in people's hearts and minds. I'm amazed, as I think many of us are, to find that just within the hour, in fact, I had only posted the article 4 days ago, and it immediately began to spread all over the globe, all over social media, and hit 1 million hits. So why did I write it? That frustration is something apparently so many people share. Something's wrong here, folks. It was just a feeling like that, you know. It was not an academic idea, not an intellectual paper. Just something's not right here, folks. And I immediately, you know, I've written 2 books about China. I do a lot of research analysis, and I want to make sure if I'm thinking and saying something in the public, it has to be right. It has to be clear. We don't want to look foolish or say the wrong thing. And I thought about H1N1 in 2009, and I went to the CDC website, which is linked in the article. So this is the CDC, Center for Disease Control. They're highly respected, of course, organization. And the initial estimates were like 1.6 million were infected and 18,000 died. But then when they did a follow-up estimate of what H1N1 ended up really doing, it was 3 years later in 2012, and it's all in the CDC information in the link on their website. So 60 million infected and an estimated 284,000 died. And I thought, wow, that's incredible. And the point for me was, and that was from them as experts, and that was just an estimate. But no one was making these nasty anti-China attacks of, oh, the numbers aren't right, China's hiding it, they're bad, the government's doing a terrible job, they're hiding what the real numbers are. But nobody said any of that to the CDC back when this global pandemic in 2009 was happening. And the dichotomy between the 2 responses is horrifying. This xenophobic anti-China reaction is horrifying. It's been going on, it's in politics. And that's why I wrote the article.
Mario, since you've made this contrast between the earlier US handling of the H1N1 outbreak and the current one China is handling, let me be straightforward. Are you implying there's some underlying agenda here? Because several days ago, we also heard words from the Chinese Foreign Ministry saying that the United States is the first to evacuate, first to issue the highest travel alert, and obviously it's trying to create a panic. What's your understanding of these developments?
My understanding of those developments is I don't want to cop out, but you know, I'm not an expert on the American governance. I'm certainly not an expert or representative on Chinese governance. So I'm not a person who's able to offer such a articulate and sophisticated view as, say, perhaps the Brookings Institute or Beida in Beijing. So from my point of view, I see some of these things happening, and overall, we see that America is a great country. I love America. My Italian family moved from Italy to America back, you know, a century ago. I moved away 20 years ago. So I love China too. China's my home. And as a whole, we see America very supportive of what's happening in the world and what's happening in China. If you look at the comments there's over 900 comments, 99% of them are supportive. Many of those comments are from foreigners and from America and from other countries all over the world. So I don't have anything specific as a political analyst to say about it, but there are elements and threads within this narrative where people are attacking China and doing so, and I'm going to say straight up, they shouldn't be. I mean, to attack on political grounds is something old. It's been going on, and I don't like it. But this is a human crisis. This is not a conspiracy. This is a human tragedy. What we care about here, what I see the Chinese government doing, these incredible, remarkable, broad, aggressive response. This should be admired and appreciated and respected, because you say, oh, well, they're controlling the people. To take care of families, to protect people from a very, very to admire.